Yo, who the fuck is that? Yo, what is up, my dudes? It's your boy, LeBron Jahamis here. And, well, your boy may or may not have slept in a little bit, and it may or may not be like 10:30 right now, and I may or may not have missed a class. I was pretty tired, okay? I was pretty tired, but I obviously can't be happening like that. I was gonna go get some coffee, but it's starting to look a little bit spooky out there, as you can probably tell. It's getting all windy, and the sky is dark, and there's remnants of rain on the ground. It looks like it might do it again, so I think we're just gonna stay put for a little bit. Since it's all stormy out there right now, it looks like it's about to anyways, we're making a little bit of our own coffee. Got some Wegmans vanilla and the Keurig, look at that. We're gonna put some Dunkin' Donuts creamer in it, because this shit's the only thing I can get at the dollar store that I like. And yeah, we're just gonna sit down and chill for a little bit while we wait out the storm. And speaking of creamer, your boy's just gone and ran out. So eventually, when it's not all storming outside, I'm gonna have to go to a little trip to the dollar store. Now, it's also just occurred to me that I have a counseling appointment here in about an hour because, your boy's got his issues, but it's okay, we're working through them. So I hope it's not storming for too long. I don't really want to have to go out in that. But, we'll see. Hopefully not. Fit check. We got on I don't really know what you call this, but it's nice and I like it, on top of the nice maroon long sleeve under there. And then we got on the sweatpants as always because they're comfortable and I like them. Fuck you if you don't like that. It's my choice, not yours. And as you know, you gotta have the colorful socks. Now, it's Trans Day of Visibility, so I tried to get something that had the pink and blue on it. I know it looks more like the pansexual flag than anything, but we tried, okay? We tried. Alrighty, it's just about time for that counseling appointment. It looks like it's starting to get a little bit nicer out there, at least. Looking at the radar here, you can see Mansfield in the center. I think we're gonna miss most of this, so hopefully I don't get rained on. See you after. So I just got back from my counseling session. I'm back in my dorm now, and I would say that was definitely a pretty impactful one. We talked a lot about what I want versus what I think other people would want, and how a lot of the choices I make in life are based on other people's expectations of me and what I think would make other people happy instead of what I really want and what would be truly fulfilling for me as an individual. We talked about college and what I hope to get out of it, why I'm actually here, and even if I truly want to be. And I ultimately came to the conclusion that I'm not really here because this is the route I feel most comfortable with or would get the most fulfillment out of, but rather because the expectation has been placed on me that this is what I'm supposed to do, and I'll eventually make other people happy and find fulfillment if I'm able to struggle through it enough to do it. I don't really feel much motivation myself to be doing this, and it's become very evident through my often not showing up to class, like you've seen in previous vlogs, or doing the work because it's simply not where my personal sense of fulfillment is coming from. I'd thought about it and quickly realized that even though it wasn't perfect, I still felt more fulfilled working as a dishwasher slash host slash busser at a restaurant than I ever have here struggling through getting an education. I think this is simply because, one, college is getting in the way of me doing the things I actually like doing, and two, because I do genuinely get a sense of fulfillment knowing that I'm doing little things each day for people, like making them smile or laugh and watching these vlogs, or making sure someone has the ability to come in and enjoy a nice meal at a restaurant, and feel some sense of joy from that, even if it isn't this big, life-altering thing like curing someone's depression. And on top of that, I can still be there for the people I care most about just by being there to listen or talk through problems as a normal human being, as someone that's already confident enough to be doing that without being a fully trained psychologist. So, who knows? Maybe someday in the future this will go from being college vlogs to unemployed vlogs, and then to just me vlogs, living my life the way I truly want to. At the end of the day, it matters less about what I think people expect from me and more about my own happiness and fulfillment in life. Sometimes, as hard as it can be for someone like me to do this, we all need to be a little selfish for the sake of ourselves, and there's nothing wrong with that, even if it can feel unintuitive to do so. So, moral of the story, don't let other people tell you what you can or should be doing if it's not what fits your personal ideal version of yourself. You should be doing what you need to do to be the happiest with yourself, even if that doesn't fit into what other people around you think you should be doing. And that's not to say that you have to be completely selfish and invalidate what other people are saying. What they're saying makes sense to them and it matters for them. You just don't have to do it yourself and can still do little things for other people that don't get in the way of being you, even if they are just little things like buying laundry detergent for others to use or simply being there for someone when they need it. But anyways, sorry about the long rant there. I just felt the need to say some of the things that have been in my head recently. So yeah, I'm gonna go get myself some scrumptious chicken tendies because I'm fucking hungry. Alrighty, I've just gone and enjoyed my succulent American meal. It's starting to look all nice outside. Look at that beautiful sun. It's a little bit windy, but we can be overlooked by the fact that it's like 70 degrees out there right now, and it's awesome. But anyways, I just wanted to quickly address the nature of these vlogs moving forward as a follow-up to that big rant I just did. Sometimes there may be vlogs like this that are a little more serious due to me wanting to talk about, more serious things in my life for the sake of possibly having other people see them and feel better about themselves, but also mainly just for the sake of myself and making me feel better about it all. I don't expect everyone to like these kinds of vlogs, and if you are like that, you are in no way required to watch all or really any of these vlogs. At the end of the day, it's just something that I enjoy doing and do get some sense of fulfillment out of, even if it doesn't seem like the grandest thing ever and it's just some guy yapping about his life on the internet. There will still, of course, be vlogs that are more upbeat and silly because I do enjoy those, right? It's fun to be a little silly, goofy guy and have a laugh, but there will also be times like this when they are more serious. There will also be days when I just don't feel like making a vlog, and obviously there won't be one then. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing them. I just might need a break every now and then. And yes, I am in fact reading off of a script to ensure that what I'm saying is actually what I want to say. If you don't like that, well, that's too damn bad. I'm gonna keep doing it anyways because it works for me. See you in the next clip. Yo, what's up? I'm here in the piano room. I'm just practicing this little song that was requested. It's going pretty well so far. It's definitely going to take a little bit, but we can definitely do it, so that's cool. And maybe, if you stick around to the end, there might be a little bit of a sneak peek. Alrighty, we're back at the dorm now. As you probably just saw, I went and grabbed a bite to eat, and it's just so perfect outside that I just had to sit outside and eat for a little bit. And there's birds chirping, it's the perfect temperature, there's not too much wind, you can hear all the tree frogs starting to peep in the background. It's really just like the perfect vibe outside right now. But what I have to do right now is I've very quickly realized that I'm going to have to make some changes to that piano request if I want it to be both playable and sound the way I want to. Because right now it's just not quite right, and maybe that's me wanting it to be perfect because it's a request. But I also just want it to sound good in general. So we're gonna work on that right now. Alrighty. I think I fixed a lot of the things I wanted to fix. As you would have heard in that little preview, I added this little intro part here because it was just a bit of a vibe shock to go from the slow part to the more, upbeat waltz feel. So yeah, I added that in, and I also I want this part to be a little more intensified. I was playing it that way, and it just felt right. It's definitely a lot harder, but I think I can do it. So we're gonna try our best to make that work. This is also probably the last clip I'll be recording tonight because it's like 9 o'clock, and I'm supposed to get this up by 10. So yeah. If there's another clip, it's because I realized this wasn't long enough, and it'll probably just come out tomorrow. You'll know. I don't know. So, see you probably for day 6. Yeah. And unfortunately, that's all I can show, else I'll be spoiling too much, so hope you enjoyed that.